Hello YouTubers, and welcome back to another Let's Build Disneyland. In this episode we're going to be working on the Main Street Railroad, Disneyland Railroad Station. Right now you can see me expanding the floor for the entrance plaza using the same red brick technique. With the new updates and snapshots that have been happening, I've actually changed a little bit of the grounds, just using the new andesite. I think polished andesite is what I was using a bit. Right now I'm off the screen because I'm building trees, which you will see here. What I'm doing is I'm growing birch trees, but then I'm replacing it with the dark oak wood. So then we have birch leaves, but with the dark oak wood. I just like the I want a lighter leaf color with a darker wood, which this gives a nice impression without me having to go back and manually place all the leaves by hand. I'm working on the flooring, just making sure everything's nice and patterned out. Here you can see me starting to work on the grassy area with the floral Mickey. I start working on the Mickey here, as you can see, but I did notice later on that this was definitely too small, so I had to expand it a bit, which will be coming up soon. But I have to say that I've built a Mickey before on a slope like this, and it was hard as nails, but this time I actually did relatively, I think I did pretty good with how I did it. I used one of the new stones, not polished, I forget what it's called, for the white kind of flower texture, and then I used coal blocks for the black, and then a red stained clay for the mouth. I started on this yellow floral pattern using hay, but the kind of stripe with it just did not work very well, so I decided to use yellow wool. So here we are, we're going to be starting to build the actual railroad area, and I was going to originally just use regular gravel, but then I was like, we have andesite, which looks like a nice gravel texture without me having to put down a underneath area to hold up the gravel. And I just think it's actually a really nice block to use. So I started using redstone clay for the ground around the train station, but I decided to just go with an unstained hardened clay, because the building itself was going to be using the red stained clay. I started working on the bigger of the two kind of towers with a 4x4 area to make it nice and big on the inside, but it looks kind of weird to me, so I later, as you can see here, I'm ripping it apart, and I'm making it one block smaller, which gave it an odd number, which is good and bad depending upon how you look at it. Many things when you're building in Minecraft, you want it to be odd numbered. It's just like a rule in regards to building. You can see me here kind of building the roof. You won't be able to see me build the roof completely, but this pinnacle roof kind of build is actually probably one of the more intricate ones I've built. Because I've built pinnacle roofs before, but nothing as good as this, because this has a lot more dimension to it, I would say. So now I'm building the other tower. Same type of thing. I use the odd numbers, and then I start building the roof much as the same as the other roof, but I made it flat at the top, because that's how it is in the actual one. What's sad about this build though is that the inside area is going to be only one block wide, so it's going to be more of a facade instead of an actual building. That's fine. Always use your imagination. So here I'm building the windows and doors, which I changed a little bit later. I changed the windows to be 1 by 2 instead of 3 by 2. And you can see me here playing again with too wide things. It's just having it be too wide just makes it look really weird, in my opinion. So I had to evenly space it with 4. So here I'm expanding the clay a little bit while then I go fix the windows. Now I'm starting to work on the side outs and like covered areas. I started working with a 4 by 5 a 5 pillar length one. Later on I changed it to only be 3 because it was too long for other things. Yeah, just a little bit of fixing. So here I'm using birch stairs and birch slabs to make the roof, just like the other roofs on the building. And here I'm building a little bit of a bigger area, a covered area, which is going to have a more of a steeped roof. I used nether brick fences, but then topped with just regular fences for the pillars, which gives it a kind of a crenellation type feel to it. And I'm just going to copy the same thing to the other side. In the background, you can actually see another build, which I'm going to be, of course, implementing into this. That is actually the original Pirates of the Caribbean ride. Because I'm building this set of Disneyland on the New Orleans Square custom map I built a long time ago. So I thought it would be easier to be able to move these things around. I just have to move them instead of having to export them as schematics in MC Edit. The other things that I've built, namely like Tower of Terror, Big Thunder Mountain, etc., I will be adding in using MC Edit schematics and importing. I actually set this whole place up according to the Tower of Terror custom map because of the redstone needing to be the same way around, and it would be really difficult if I had to turn the thing because the redstone will be all messed up. So I just set it all facing the right way so I don't have to do this. Here you can see me tearing apart that other side and rebuilding it because I just needed it to be a little bit smaller. Because looking at the reference pictures I've been looking at, it was a little too long to be able to line everything up correctly because I'm going to be working on the underpass with the guests initially enter the park in. So I'm using, I think, white stained clay with quartz kind of arch effect. I was trying to figure out how to really figure this out, so I just decided to push out one more block and then put polished andesite as a kind of a border, and then start to expand the grass area, making it longer because again it was too short. So now here's that curve. Here's the curve, and in the corners I noticed that the grass was a little bit lighter with a tree in it, like a birch tree. I saw like a whitish wood. So I decided to use that to give it that kind of effect, and continue on the ground. So now we have a quick overview. I just copied the same thing to the other side, then expanded everything out, and this is how it's looking so far. I think it turned out well. I think we have a little bit more that we're going to be looking at. But I think the building itself turned out pretty well. It has both sides. Again, it's only one block on the inside portion of it, on the center inside portion. So it's going to be more for a facade, but that's okay. Here we're going to be starting to rework that floral pattern, because since I expanded it, I had to get rid of it. And here I messed up. I was actually not figuring it out completely and copying it over. But all in all, this is how it has ended up. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And in the next video, we will be doing probably outlining Main Street and the town square area, and we'll be working on Main Street for a while. It looks a little bare on the sides right now because I'm going to be filling that out a little bit later. But anyways, please give this a like, subscribe, etc., etc. As I said last time, I'm going to be saying that in this. And thank you very much. See you in another video.